Hey everyone, welcome back to 25 Sweet Peas. Today for you, I'm going to be swatching the new Zoya Fall 2019 collection, which is called the Sensual collection. It consists of 12 perfect for fall shades, and actually I feel like this is a perfect range of shades for fall and throughout the winter season. So let's get right into swatching these. First up, we're taking a look at Joss, and this is a really nice neutral shade. It is one of those ones that's not going to necessarily look great on every skin tone because it's kind of a sandy shade, but then with a hint of pink in there. So you're going to kind of want to test it on you to see what you think. For me, I do kind of like it. It's not as dull as some are on my skin tone, so I do kind of like that. Perfect in 2 coats. Then next up, we're moving on to the shade called Kinsley, which is a nice, more sandy, taupey shade that has a really great creamy formula. As you can see, this first coat goes on perfectly. You can barely see through at all. But I am going to go ahead and apply a second coat, which will definitely bring us to full coverage. And the formula on these are just all so excellent and consistent throughout the whole collection. So I'm probably going to start sounding repetitive at some point. Now we have the shade called Foster. Foster is like your hot chocolate brown. It is a really nice brown shade. Again, you can see it has a really good formula. You can see through it a little bit on the first coat. So we are going to apply a second coat that is going to bring us up to full coverage real quickly. But really, it's just a really good fall hot chocolatey brown that's also going to be really good for winter. Now we have a neat shade called a Briar. Briar is a standout kind of in the collection because it's sort of a brick red but has a bit more of a pink undertone and a dustiness to it that I really like. It's a little different. Perfect in 2 coats and a flawless formula, as I have said basically for every polish so far. Then the next up one we are going to look at is called Margaret, and this one is interesting because on its own it looks like a red polish, but then you put it next to the rest of the collection and you kind of feel like there's a little bit of pink in there too. So this one covers perfectly in 2 coats and would totally work for a go-to red, or if you kind of want a little bit of a pink feel, it will also work for that. Now the next shade we have is Rashida, and this is a really pretty kind of foily like finish. It is a reddish shade that also picks up a little like marsala whenever you move your nails around. Perfect in 2 coats. Lovely. Then we're moving on to the darker part of the collection, and this one is called Etta. Now, on the first little clip, for whatever reason, more light was coming in, and it shows a bit brighter than what it actually is. This is almost like a deep eggplant shade, so the first coat is a bit sheer and a bit more dull, but for some reason, the first clip was just way overexposed, but this is much more of the accurate representation of this color. Perfect in 2 coats. Now we have a shade called Ripley, and Ripley is in the blue purple category of this overall collection, but it does kind of have like a red violet feel to it. So there is a bit more of a brightness to this one. Again, perfect in 2 coats, and I said brightness and it looks like super dark, but you would know what I mean when you see it in person, I think. Now we have Michaela. I always want to say this one, Michaela. It's Michaela. And this is like a nice dusty lavendery purple shade. Perfect in 2 coats. And also you'll notice I'm staying away from my cuticle lines. I do apologize for that, but I definitely didn't want to make a mess in this video because I do have to film a whole bunch of clips. Now we have Vesper, which Vesper is probably one of my favorite. It is this really nice kind of dusty blue shade that has a bit of purple undertone in it, kind of making it a periwinkle-like shade, and it just has a lovely formula and it looks fabulous on. Then for the last blue polish we have Elliot, and Elliot is kind of feels like it has some green in it. As you can see here, it goes on kind of lightly. You can see through it, almost has like a jelly-like look, but then you put on the second coat and it's a full coat, full coverage cream. Then lastly, we have Ashton, and Ashton is a really pretty polish. It is basically a charcoal black gray shade with a lot of silver glitter in it. That's going to be like the easy type of foily glitter, not like a chunky glitter, and it is perfect in 2 coats and I really like it. This is going to be one that I would actually use all year if I needed a black polish. This would definitely be a great answer. So here is a look at the whole collection. I think it is a really fun collection. And like I said earlier, it's going to get you through at least 2 seasons. And of course, some of these polishes could totally be worn in the summer or the spring as well. But I feel like it's really good for this time of year and it's making me warm up to the idea of fall. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these polishes. Let me know what your favorite one was down in the comments below. If you guys would like to see more pictures of these polishes, they will be up on my blog today as well. So you guys can head over there and read more about them and see more photographs. So that is it. Thank you all so much for watching and I will see y'all back here very soon for another new video. Bye!